Welcome to the Scottish Rite Journal podcast, an audio presentation of the Scottish Rite Journal, brought to you by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, by the Supreme Council of the World. This week's article is An Appreciation of Newton's The Builders by William Parks, 33rd degree, and comes from the March-April 2023 issue of the Scottish Rite Journal. Recent years have seen a plethora of reprints of old Masonic texts, published on demand, reasonably priced, and available online after being decades, in some cases centuries, out of print. Joseph Fort Newton, Baptist minister, priest, attorney, and, at the University of Iowa, an instructor of English literature, authored several such rediscovered works. One of these works, The Builders, A Story and Study of Masonry, remains an important volume on Freemasonry with relevance to the reader today. Indeed, rather than cluttering up a review filled with florid descriptions of Brother Joseph's style, soaring rhetoric, and logic, much of this review simply offers his own clear words, which exemplify solid, thoughtful, and inspiring ideas in 3 passages for lodges seeking Masonic education, with a few comments of my own at the end. On the origins of Freemasonry. From every point of view, the organization of the Grand Lodge of England in 1717 was a significant and far-reaching event. When we see it in the setting of the age, the assembly on 1717 becomes the more remarkable. Against such a background, when religion and morals seem to reach the nadir of degradation, the men of that assembly stand out as prophets of liberty, of faith and righteousness of life. On religion, mysticism, and the Masonic view of the ultimate. By mysticism, only another word for spirituality, is meant our sense of an unseen world, of our citizenship in it, of God and the soul, and of all forms of life and beauty as symbols of things higher than themselves. Older than any living religion, the most widespread of our orders of men, Masonry toils for liberty, friendship, and righteousness, building men with solemn vows to the right, uniting them upon the only basis upon which they can meet without reproach, like those fibers running through the glaciers, along which sunbeams journey, melting the frozen mass and sending it to the valleys below in streams of blessing. On the purpose and value of Masonry. Amidst bitterness and strife, Masonry brings of every rank and walk of life together as men, and nothing else, at an altar where they can talk and not fight, discuss and not dispute, and each may learn the point of view of his fellow. Other hope there is none save in this spirit of friendship and fairness, of democracy and the fellowship of man with man. Once this spirit has its way with mankind, it will bring those brave, large reconstructions, those profitable abnegations and brotherly feats of generosity that will yet turn human life into a glad, beautiful, and triumphant cooperation all around this sunlit world. In conclusion, we see that Brother Newton's combination of Baptist minister, practicing attorney, and university-level instructor of English literature combined to make him a superb and worthy apologist for the craft. This classic work helps us appreciate the timeless virtues of Freemasonry, cultivation of friendship, tolerance, personal character, and respect for deity and mystery, while also teaching our history. At the same time, the unhurried and detailed style encourages us to take the time to reflect on our own Masonic practices, personally, in the lodge, and to the greater community. Like and share this article, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you wish to comment, please leave one, and as a reminder, hit the notifications bell. Any accompanying photographs or citations for this article can be found in the corresponding print edition. The Scottish Rite Journal is published by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. Mark Dreisenstock, 32nd degree, KCCH, Managing Editor. I'm your host, Matt Bowers.